Hello everyone, Ozokyo's here, and today guys I'm gonna review Mega Bloks Dragon set. So like I said, we're gonna review them in a chronological order, so when they were released in fact. So the first year of the Mega Bloks Dragons was in 2002, so it was their first, was the first year of this toyline, and we just got one set of this year, the biggest one. I would have preferred it was a little smaller one, but well, I'm just gonna review it, and it's called the Warrior Fortress. So I don't have the box because I bought this set used, in fact, in a garage sale. So I just have the instruction booklet, or if I can say so, the instruction sheet, because it's not really a booklet, as you can clearly see. Well, that was in 2002. In 2003, Mega Bloks decided to release instruction booklet and not just some instruction sheet, which are, well, it seems quite clear at first because as you can see, the parts which are kind of highlighted are the parts you build in these steps, and this part right here are the parts of the previous steps. But still, this type of perspective view, sometimes it's quite hard to see where to put the brick and stuff like that. So not really that impossible, but sometimes quite a problem. And with that, they also released a poster, which I just owned one time. So of course it's on my wall, so I can't really show you this one. So see that poster right here, Mega Bloks Dragons. So as you can see, you have it shows you, in fact, displays all the minifigs from the two different armies, all the dragons, all the playsets, all the different weapons, shield, and crystals. Because yeah, the Mega Bloks Dragons toyline, it's all of that in one toyline, so it's really quite cool. So yeah, I began to buy Mega Bloks Dragon in 2006 or 2007. So of course I don't really know the storyline at the time, but you just have to know that there is in fact dragons, I think, which lives in some dragon worlds, and the warriors try to open some portals to this world. And there is two types of armies in fact in this first year of Mega Bloks Dragons. There is the Warthog and the Valteran. So I'm gonna begin this review by showing you the different minifigs. So you got like 12 minifigs in this set, 6 from the Valteran side and 6 from the Warthog side. So we're gonna begin with the Warthog guys, the Warthog army. So the color scheme is in copper, in fact, and their shield are copper and red. That's their main color. So you have to know that the Warthog and Valteran are different in terms of mold. So the main aspect of the Warthog has the fact that the head got some horn, as you can see right here. They all got horns. Also on the body. Yes, I'm gonna do a little macro. Yeah, it can be more crisp and clear. So then the head also got horns. That's what you're supposed to go. Also notice the move plate, which will be different from the Valteran. Then you got the body, which got, and this guy got a chain with a little amulet, excuse me, or talisman, call that whatever you want. And on the back, it held, as you can see, an hammer. Also notice that the arm will be different, so the shoulder will be different. So look how they look like. And the legs are the same, in fact, between the two armies. Then you got the weapons and the shield, which are different. The Warthog mainly use, or just use, in fact, some type of hammer-like weapon, so really a big destructive one. And their shield are more like an ellipse form, as you can see, a rounded shape, in fact, with this dragon head inside. So I'm just gonna do a little off-quote. All these guys got a different name, and also they all got a different head mode, as you can only notice from the horn, which are placed in a different way. So I'm gonna do a little traveling. So I don't have the name of all of this guy. Excuse me. And yes, you got also the spear, which is the only weapon that the two armies have in common. So I notice this guy, which has some kind of armor plate on his eyes and on one side of his mouth. This one goes full of horn, different designs, stuff like that. So they all got a different head mold. And as you can notice, there was just 5 of them because the sixth guy come, in fact, is kind of their leader, I guess. at least in this set, because in every of the three playset released, there is a leader per team. So in this one, which come in on a horse. So of course, about this set use, so this means I've got some parts are missing, but all these guys are supposed to got one weapon and one shield. But for example, right here, I've got one shield missing. So here's the guy with the head. You can see that it's only a human head behind, but I decided to let it in a copper color. So I suppose maybe it's just well, the helmet mod is supposed to look like a human face, because on some other set they really paint the human face in a tan color, but not on this one. Notice the little cape, which is red, of course, one of the main color of the Warfang army, and then of course another weapon, another kind of armor type of weapon. Yes, and I don't really talk about the articulation of this figs, but yes, they got like 5 points of articulation, so of course you can turn the head right here. So sometimes it's quite hard, because yes, I got to say that the quality on this figurine is sometimes random. So sometimes it's really tight and hard to turn, sometimes it's quite loose, sometimes the arms are too, the hands itself are too wide to all weapons. So yes, that's the first year of the Mega Bloks Dragons, and nothing, and it's not all perfect, I have to admit. Even if I have to say that on 12 figurines, on 12 minifigs, obviously, apart from 1 or 2 which got some minor drawbacks, it's already pretty good. So yes, 1 point of rotation on the head, 1 per arms. So unlike the Legos at the Lego minifig at the time, there isn't any point of articulation on the hand itself, and then of course 1 per leg. So that's all for this guy, and now for the horse. So again, it's got like 4 points of articulation. The color scheme is brown and gold, as you can clearly see. And well, I think that's quite awesome. Of course, you can move the arms, even if you just can stand on the studs in one position. Of course, this one, while here, horizontal on the ground, if I can say so. Head can move. It's got some eyes which are not painted, but it's still got some eyes and armor. And of course, you're supposed to put your knight in there, like that. And it's all pretty well, as you can see. Even if I force, it will stand still on the horse. Excuse me. So that's all for the Warfang. Now we're gonna see the Valteran and the difference between them and the Warfang. So the color scheme of this guy is this time silver and blue. So here we go for the little traveling. So I do this type of traveling to gain some time, of course, because people complain that I take too much time to review my set. So well, I decided to use this technique and not show all the things individually. So the main difference between this guy and the Warfang are first of all the helmet. So these guys don't have horn. I don't have the name for this stuff, so I'm just gonna search it really quickly. Excuse me, totally forget before doing starting to record this review. Yes, so yes, it's supposed to call a quest. Well, kind of, yes, I think it's on. I don't really know, but yes. So this, of course, this type of stuff up on the helmet, which is different from the Warfang. The same goes for the move pad, as you can see, which is really more like, much more like some normal knight helmet, as you can clearly see. Then you got the torso, which is different. This time they don't really have any amulet or stuff like that. They just got a belt, and on the back it's not a little armor, but it's more like a sword, as you can clearly see. Then you got the arms, which are different, a little more spiky, I guess, on the shoulders. And then you got the weapon and the shield, which are also different. This time the weapons are not armor type; they are more like axis type, as you can see. Right, here it's really a big axe. So yes, more like some axes, and then you got the shield, which are more like some triangle, upside down triangle shaped, as you can see, with some blue and of course a dragon head. And of course, all of this guy got a different name, but because of course they come in helmets, you can I think just make tons of well, an army of tons of this guy. In fact, it doesn't really matter if they got a name in the storyline, if they got individual name. Then you got their leader, which of course got a different head, but apart from that, it's the same type of body frame and stuff like that. So this time, the quest got a little dragon on it, a nice little detail, and it's got a spear. As I said, it's the only weapon you will find in the two armies. And then you got the horse, which this time is black and silver. Some silver armor and the same. Goes it goes like it has like 5 points of artificial and stuff like that. You can put the shield, the knight on it, and well, that's all for the minifigs, guys. So I think that was needed at least for this first review of the Mega Bloks Dragon toy line. Now we're gonna see the dragons themselves, because yeah, Mega Bloks is really well. In fact, in this set they give you 2 action figures. In fact, really, that could have been found in a separate package. So here's the blue one. Of course, I guess it's I'm not really sure if the warriors and dragons work together, but if they do, I think it will be the Valtaiwan dragon, of course, because of this color scheme, which is much more like a red and silver. So, in fact, you will have to build 7 parts in this guy. So, 4 of these are, of course, the limbs, so the 2 legs and the back and the arm and the front. Then you got the wings right here and the upper part of the head, plus the little nose chain, as you can see right here. Also, yes, notice it because I don't have the nose chain for the other dragon. Of course, I bought the set used, I remember. So of course you got like 4 points of articulation, well, 1 per limb and also 1 on the head. So if you notice, if you look inside, you will see a little LED, so a little light in fact. So I suppose that you were, oh, excuse me, just look at that. You were supposed to take the crystal, which are of course included into this test. So here is the crystal of the Valtaiwan guys, I guess, because of its color again. And notice this little silver shiny part right here, so metallic. So you are supposed to put that, of course, in there. And I think the height was supposed to light up, but of course it's quite old, so I think it doesn't really work anymore. But I think it was supposed to do that. So that's the first gimmick. Apart from the articulation, this type of crystal light up stuff, so we're gonna just let it like that. The second gimmick is, in fact, as you can see here, you got a seat for wider, so with the 4 studs, and also the seat itself. If you press the seat, it will flap the wing. Just press the button and flap the wing up and down. And fine, so I'm usually gonna put a guy on his back to show you what it looks like. So. Like that. So of course it can't really look in front of him because he's got the huge neck of the dragon in front of his face, but still it's still nice to have added this little seat. And then the final gimmick, I haven't shown you this with the fig themselves, but if you of course put this off, you will see a little magnet into the body of the figs, which are quite useful in different gimmicks throughout the dragon storyline, because this time, if you look on this arm, you will notice again a little magnet on this side. So you just have to put this guy, and here we go. It's kind of look like, excuse me, is holding the guy in his claws, in fact. So it's the third and final gimmick of the dragons. So notice again on this one the head and the wings, the shape of this part, these 2 parts. Because now I'm gonna show you the other dragon, which is also included into this set. So in fact, it's quite the same apart for the design of the wings and the head. With 2 arms this time. Also, really notice that the texture is not really some blend color, but it's really some nice 3D textures all over the model, so it looks quite nice. Again, you have the flap wing function. You have this crystal, which is the Warthog's one, as you can clearly see. Look pretty nice. And again, you put that in the front of his body, if I can say so, like that. You can open. You will also notice the little leg inside his mouth. And well, it's the body is the same and stuff like that. It's all the same except for the head and the wing. The wings, excuse me. So maybe a little tournament of this guy. And if you want a little comparison size, so here's the dragon in front mode. Here is a horse. And here is a normal minifig. There you go. So it's quite a big dragon still. And I think that's quite awesome. I'm just going to show you the two dragons together, and then we'll be ready to finally show you the playset itself, in fact. So yeah, and also this dragon got a name, but I don't have it. Maybe I will just look on my poster. So the blue one is supposed to be called Wax-Scorcher, and I think the red one is supposed to be called, let me see, excuse me. Well, I guess it's called Torchwing, but I'm not really sure because they quite look the same, I have to admit. And now for the playset itself, which is quite big, so yeah, I'm just gonna put this part on. So it will be quite hard to review, of course. So I'm gonna just turn a little the playset itself. So we're gonna first do a little view around the model. So you can see you got like type of kind of 3 towers, stuff like that, multiple base plate. I'm gonna show you first the two kind of big weapons this guys have. So first of all, we got a catapult, which is on wheels, of course. It's mainly kind of a brown or green color, and of course, if you press this part, it will launch the little not only a ball but still. Which is in. So I'm not gonna do that, but of course it works pretty well. Okay. It works pretty well, as you can see. And of course it's you build this type of stuff in like 4 or 5 parts, by the way. So I'm just gonna put it on the sides. And then we got the ballista, which is right here. Again on little wheels, and here it was supposed to have some kind of elastic right there. So of course, when you were supposed to press this stuff down, it will and release your figure, it will have launched the big arrow automatically. But the spring, well, when I bought this set, it didn't have any elastic in there, and the only one I got with another set is kind of broken by the time. So well, quite sorry, but. Can't really show you the gimmick itself, but of course it worked pretty nice. And you can turn this part right here. Excuse me. So that's all for the 2 weapons. So yeah, I'm gonna in fact explain you every part of the model because it can be divided into like or divided, I don't really know, into 3 sections. So from right to left, we're gonna see. Well, first we have this base plate which is put on the 4 other, which really form a solid block, kind of. So the first part, in fact, is not really a warrior fortress because it's more like a warrior's fortress ruins, as you can see, because not all the parts are complete. Kind of like this first section, so which is made with some, of course. All the walls are just one part. As you can see, it's just one piece. The same goes for the parts of the corner, and the little parts right here. The same goes for this little parts here. So well, it's not really a complicated build, of course. It's not really a complicated construction. So first we got this 3 type of walls. Then you got the second floor, a little wall, and then the flag of the red guys. So the Warfang guys. A little excuse me, a little, not really a gargoyle, but more like a dragon head, as you can see. Quite nice. Of course, you have to know that I don't really announce any color scheme, but of course you have some brown and green for the main base plate, and for the wall you will have kind of not really a fade, but a little effects of gray and black and silver colors all melted together, which really is cool because it's not like Lego, which just got blank colors or sometimes some fade colors, like for example black and with some green fade. But no, this time it's really kind of different, and it's really got more realistic with more texture look, and it's pretty detailed. Also notice the little ladder right here, the little campfire right there with some works and flame, some works, stuff like that. So that's all for this section. Then we got the middle one, which is of course the biggest one. So we'll find some walls on the side. Again, a little campfire on this base plate, which comes off. Well, it's supposed to come off. It's not linked to anything. In fact, it's up to you to choose where you want to put this part. You got this little plates of wood right here, which look quite nice. Then some torch on the front, the door, which can of course open, and which is molded directly from a dragon head again. So here on the side, of course it's quite empty. You don't really have any details into this. Oh, no, yes, it's no, okay. It cannot fade, but you don't really have anything behind this part. It's just plain grass. Also notice the little parts of the water right here. Then the second floor is a more complete floor because this time you just got 3 walls. Well, of course you got 3 walls because if you got 4 of them, you won't be able to play with the things behind. So 3 complete walls. And then the final section of the tower with the 2 dragons' head, the parts all over the place, and then this big block part, which is one of the main gimmicks of this set. So yes, I'm gonna show you this part. So yes, you have to know that on this 2 section you got 2 bricks with some metallic parts. So it's really simple because we're gonna use the crystal I showed you earlier on the review. So first of all, the red one. Yeah, I think it's okay, like that. And then the one from the Valtewan, excuse me, army. And look carefully. Yeah, so that's the gimmick. In fact, if you put the 2 crystals into this stuff, as you can see, the dragons will move apart and release, in fact, this gold part, which is an interesting part because I think, not really sure, but I think all of the dragon set got on a golden part, which of course was quite useful. That was released in 2002, so no need to say that they copied this on the Bionicle Stars set, because Bionicle Stars were released in 2010, not in 2002, like this set. And of course, you can put this part on the dragon's mouth, which is quite hard, I have to admit, of course. Well, on this one at least. I have not tried on the second one, but this is on again, I think a golden talisman or stuff like that, golden important part for the dragons. So I'm gonna put off one of the crystals first, just to show you, in fact, in details this upper part, because it's quite well made. Excuse me. I mean, if you look on the 2 dragons, they are pretty well made. Again, the same type of grayish colors, fade. 2 little lights right here, so I'm not really sure if they were supposed to light up or not, because I don't really see any LED inside, so... Oh yes, they're supposed to be a LED, so I think there's 2 parts also lighted up when they release the main dragon head. So really... okay. Stay like this. So... nice detail. Of course, it's one big blocky part, you can see, which will link directly onto the top of this tower. And then the final section, the final little tower. So notice it. No, not French in this review. So notice quickly this three parts, which can be cut off like that if you want to have the 4 stars for a minifig, or if you want to have more of the tree, which is empty, so you can put the guys in there. Well, that's what they show on the instruction booklet. I don't really think that's useful. I don't really find that useful, but still. Then you got some wall section on the side, and then the final tower. So on the again some ladder, one here and one two linked together on this side. Inside nothing, as you can see. Then you got the second floor with nothing in there again. Again some walls open, and then the final floor with again some little ladder. The flag of this team. Notice that the two parts, which all the flags are different for each team. And then also notice that this third floor contains a traps, which is quite useful, a little gimmick. So of course you're supposed to turn this lever and it opens the floor. And of course the minifig, which will be here. I guess I can do a live so excuse me for the little ladder. I think I'm gonna put it off. Yeah, of course the weapon block on the ground, but it's supposed to work perfectly. Of course, when I try this in a video review, it fails, but it works. And of course, the figs just fall down on the previous floor. And well, I think that's all, guys. Because I've shown you everything I've shown on. I have to show on this play set. So first of all, I'm gonna do a little sum up of all of the content of this set because it's full of content, and then I will do a little sum up with the good points, the bad points, and stuff like that. Even if it's quite hard to do that on this type of set, seriously, it's quite hard. So just want that my webcam don't move by itself. So of course, first of all, you got the playset itself, which got like 3 sections, as I've said, so kind of 3 towers. 2 of them got gimmicks, so this one with the golden part, which is quite interesting. I'm gonna turn this right here. And this one with a little trap. Of course, as I've said, there is not really any big details, or in fact, it's not a finished fortress. It's much more like some kind of ruins, and it's look pretty nice. But I'm gonna talk about that in the sum up later on. So some little details for the campfires, the tree and stuff like that. But well, it's globally just 3 sections, 3 type of towers, or at least wings of towers. Then you got like 12 minifigs. 6 of them are from the Warthog army, and each of those figs got a different weapon and a different head mod. The 6th one is the captain or the chef or the leader, or call him whatever you want, which got a little cape and an horse. Of course, with these 2 in these 12 figs, you got 6 from the Warthog army and 6 from the Valteron guys, which are silver. Yes, remember. Of course, again, different mod head, different type of helmet, different type of shields and weapons, and of course, all of these guys got different weapons and different mod head. Again, you got the leader, the 6th guy, which is on the horse. The horse is a different recolor. Then you got this little 2 not really weapons, but more like a war tool on wheels. Sounds weird, but I think there is an exact name for that, of course. You got 2 of them, so a ballista and a catapult. And finally, yes, you also got 2 crystals, which were quite important in the Dragons universe. So 2 of them here and there. And finally, you got 2 dragons, which are really full action figures, in fact. And here so here all everything you will get in this set. So I think it's a pretty complete set. Of course, it was, I think, the biggest set of this first Dragons here in 2002. So of course, it's supposed to be complete, and it it's really it is really so it is really complete. So do not recall how much it costed at the time, solely because I bought this set in a garage sale. So of course, for this set, go on eBay or stuff like that, or sites which sells older sets. So I don't have really any exact website for you. Also, just go in your garage sales around your town and stuff like that. If you have some, excuse me, not some. So the two dragons, the 12 figs from the two armies, the Valteron and the Warthog army, which we will not see them again, in fact. So this guy are just from the first year, because in the second year, in 23, we will have some different armies, even if the mold of this guy will be reused. But I will explain this later on, when I will review some 2023 set. So this means, in fact, Sunday, and the playset itself. So I'm gonna do a little sum up of this review, guys. So first of all, the drawbacks. So we're gonna see every type, every aspect of the set in a different category. So first of all, the minifigs. Well, the quality is quite okay, but it really depends. Sometimes it's random, as I've said. Sometimes it's quite hard to turn their limbs, like the legs or arms. Sometimes it's quite too easy. Sometimes the hands are too wide, so they can't handle the weapon, so it's quite a problem. Sometimes the hands are quite fragile, so this, as you can see, the hands look like that, and all these parts break, so it's quite a problem. So yes, I will not say the quality is perfect. It's quite depends. But also this set, most of my things are near without any problems. So yes, so they are quite okay. It's quite depend. I would say the quality control was quite random, so it depends on the set, I guess, and stuff like that. But I think you can still command broken parts on their website. Well, at least for the newer set. I don't know if they still exchange the parts from this old Dragons set. But, well, just go on their website and search for the customer service section, and you will find out by yourselves. So that's all for the minifigs, but apart from that, the good point is that they are all got different head mode. I've said the two armies are really quite different because they got different bodies, different type of weapons, of shields. So they are really different in aspect and in design. So really the figs are great. If you accept this little problem, the fact that unlike the Lego minifig, they can turn the hand on the side. They just keep the hand like that. The hands, excuse me. The dragons, well, you could just say that the articulation are pretty weird. Well, not weird, but pretty simple. But so see, I don't have any big drawback with the dragons. I mean, they are kind of full of quality. It's a full complete action figure in the set. They got like three gimmicks: the flapping wings, the stuff with the light up heads, which don't really work on my dragons anymore, but still, and also the little magnet part on the arm. So I think they are again pretty nice. You could just say that in terms of colors, this dragon is kind of bland because it uses the same color all over his body. So yes, it could have been better, I think. But still, two great action figures. Then you got this type of parts. Don't really have any big problem with this because it works pretty nice. I mean, the gimmicks works nice, so no problem at all with this figs. Excuse me, guys. And finally, the set itself, the playset itself. So the drawbacks for this one, I think, are the well, it's not really solid because the link between the base plate is quite weak. This one is really weak. I mean, if you if you put this on the ground and then you try to put it up, I think it will break in your hands. Seriously, this part will fall down, and the links between these two base plate right here is made with some bricks, but it's still it's not really perfect. It tends really to fall down. So the links between the base plate are quite not really the best I've seen in ages, but still it was from their first year, so well, it have I think it's gotten better by the time, but still, even if Lego, I think it's quite hard to have some. If you try to move up, for example, the Sentai Fortress, which is also a big set, it's quite hard also. Even if it's quite different also because it doesn't really have any base plate, but still. So this is a drawback. Also, the drawback is that this set doesn't have any real details. I mean, except for the campfires, the ladders and stuff like that, it doesn't really have any details, and the fact it's not really finished. In fact, it's only wings of a set. It's not really a completed fortress and stuff like that. It's much more like wings. So in fact, wings, not queens, wings. So I have to say that Mega Bloks with this set didn't really try to make you a complete set. In fact, they really try to make a complete play set. This means they give you some type of buildings of building of structures. They give you structures. They don't give you some detailed fortress or stuff like that. They give you sections, structures of walls, of towers, of stuff like that, which are destroyed. So it's not like a complete playset with finished details and stuff like that. It's much more like some playset with some parts right here, some ruins, some walls to play outward. In fact, so of course, if you just put this on the shelf, it will not maybe look as good as some Lego set because it's not as finished. But if you want to play with it, I think it's pretty good because you got walls, you can put your things all around the model and stuff like that. So it's all right. So it's full of playability. It's full of playability. Yes, so it's really a playable set because you got the things, you got this type of stuff right here. You got the dragons, you got the gimmicks. So in terms of playability, this set is just a huge value because yes. This set is really it's really full of playability, even if and less on the details design section, if I can say so. And I think that will be all, guys. So this set is really depends on what you're looking for. So see, for the biggest set of Season 2, I think it's a really good one because you got plenty of things. You got like 12 of them. You've got 2 dragons. You've got some. You got the place itself, with the structure, with the winds, some little details, the campfires, the ladders, and stuff like that. So it's really a good set. But again, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking on a really well finished set with some details all around the place and stuff like that, well, it's not the set for you. Seriously, it's not the set for you. It's but seriously for kids, it's a really great set because it's full of playable stuff and things. So they really have tons of fun with a set like that. So again, it really depends on what you're looking for. But for me, I would say it's a pretty good set, full of detailed parts and stuff like that. So even if it's still some ruins of a castle, and not a castle really itself. But again, it's called a fortress. So again, you can do whatever you want with a fortress. Can be whatever you want to be, in fact. So 2 dragons, 12 minifigs, 2 type of ballista catapult thing, and 1 big playset on multiple base plates. That's all you will got in this set, and it's pretty good. So yeah, don't try to move, yes. So that will be all for my review, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, even if it was maybe quite long, but of course it's a quite big set, so, well, excuse me for that. So hope you enjoyed this review of this first Mega Bloks Dragon set, at least for me, because there have been some other Mega Bloks Dragon set in this year, but I don't have them, so you will have to wait if I try to get them in the near future. So that's all. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on this set, feel free to ask them. And if you have also any comments, feel free to post them. So that's all, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope you enjoy this set. And see you later for another Lego or Mega Bloks video review. Bye bye.